Imagine standing under the unyielding sun, the heat shimmering off the sands of ancient Egypt. The air is filled with the scent of papyrus and the sound of water flowing from the Nile. This was a daily reality for the Egyptians, who developed remarkable strategies to not just endure, but thrive in their environment. The Egyptians built their cities along the banks of the Nile, where they could access water for irrigation and drinking. This vital river not only sustained life but also provided a natural cooling effect, tempering the hot winds that swept across the desert. Their architecture was ingeniously designed to combat the heat. Tall walls, narrow streets, and shaded courtyards allowed for cooler living spaces. Even the orientation of buildings was strategic, maximizing shade and minimizing direct sunlight. Homes were often built with mud bricks, which provided excellent insulation. The thick walls absorbed the cooler evening air and retained it, creating a comfortable environment during the hottest days. Families would gather in these cooler spaces, nurturing community bonds. To further beat the heat, Egyptians utilized natural ventilation. They constructed windows and openings that encouraged cross breezes, allowing the flow of cooler air throughout their homes. This simple yet effective method made a significant difference in their daily comfort. Water was central to Egyptian life. Many homes featured small pools or basins that not only provided water for daily use, but also helped to cool the surrounding air. The gentle sounds of splashing water would create a serene atmosphere, ideal for relaxation. The clothing of ancient Egyptians also played a crucial role in their heat management. Lightweight linen garments allowed for breathability and comfort, while the light colors reflected sunlight, minimizing heat absorption as they moved about their daily activities. During the hottest parts of the day, Egyptians would often retreat indoors or seek shelter under the shade of trees. This practice not only provided relief from the sun, but also fostered community gatherings, where stories were shared and relationships strengthened. Food also played a role in staying cool. Egyptians often consumed lighter meals during the hot months, focusing on fresh fruits, vegetables, and grains. These foods not only nourished them but also helped maintain their body temperatures. Festivals during the hot season often included water-based activities such as boating on the Nile or communal swimming. These events provided a way to cool off and fostered a sense of joy and camaraderie amongst the people. As the sun began to set, the temperature dropped, and the evenings turned magical. Families would gather outdoors to enjoy the cooler air, often sharing meals together under the stars, deepening their connections through shared experiences. The rhythms of ancient Egyptian life were deeply intertwined with their environment. They adapted to the harshness of their surroundings, not merely surviving but flourishing through resourceful practices that have inspired generations. Reflecting on the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians offers us valuable lessons on resilience and adaptation. Their ability to thrive in a challenging climate serves as a reminder of the strength found in community and the importance of understanding our environment. As you ponder these timeless practices, consider how they resonate in our lives today. Embracing adaptability and community support can help us navigate our own challenges, just as the ancient Egyptians did centuries ago. As the sun rises over the ancient landscape, the vibrant hues of orange and pink reflect off the golden sands. The Egyptians understood the power of their environment, crafting homes designed to combat the relentless heat. Thick mud brick walls provided insulation, keeping the interiors cool during the blazing days. Breezy openings and high ceilings adorned their dwellings, allowing warm air to escape while inviting cooler breezes to flow through. These architectural features were not mere luxuries. They were essential adaptations to ensure comfort in a harsh climate. Egyptians also turned to their clothing for relief. Linen, light and breathable, became the fabric of choice. Often they wore loose-fitting garments that allowed air to circulate, providing a natural cooling effect throughout the day. The color of their garments played a crucial role as well. Light colors reflected the sun's rays, while darker hues absorbed heat, making the choice of attire an important consideration in battling the scorching sun. Beyond clothing, the Egyptians established communal practices that encouraged collective cooling. Gathering in shaded areas like palm groves during the hottest parts of the day offered respite for families and friends, reinforcing community bonds. Water sources, such as the Nile, were lifelines for the ancient Egyptians. They constructed elaborate irrigation systems that not only nourished their crops, but also created cooling microclimates around their settlements. The use of shade was paramount. Egyptians strategically planted trees and created awnings to protect against the brutal sun, demonstrating their deep understanding of their environment's nuances. Their ingenuity extended to the creation of cooling pools. Homeowners often dug shallow basins filled with water, where they could dip their feet and cool off during the hot afternoons, a simple yet effective way to escape the heat. While daily life revolved around adapting to the heat, the ancient Egyptians also celebrated the cooler evenings. As the sun set, they would gather to socialize, share stories, and enjoy the respite from the heat, further strengthening community ties. Their connection to the Nile went beyond irrigation. The river served as a source of life and leisure. Fishing and bathing in its cool waters provided both sustenance and a much-needed escape from the day's heat. Architects also took advantage of the wind. Many structures were built to harness natural ventilation, ensuring that cool breezes flowed through public spaces, creating comfortable environments even in the height of summer. Despite the heat, the Egyptians thrived in their vibrant society. Their ability to innovate and persevere shaped their culture, leaving a lasting legacy that still fascinates the world today. During the hottest days, people were known to take siestas, resting during the peak sun hours. This practice not only provided relief from the heat, but also reflected a deep understanding of the body's needs in extreme conditions. The ancient Egyptians also revered the sun and heat in their spiritual beliefs. They viewed the sun as a powerful deity, and many practices revolved around honoring Ra, the sun god, fostering a harmonious relationship with their environment. Their festivals often aligned with the seasons, allowing them to celebrate the changes in weather while fostering community spirit. These gatherings provided a sense of belonging and were an integral part of their cultural identity. As you reflect on these practices, consider the balance between innovation and tradition that the ancient Egyptians maintained. Their adaptability not only allowed them to thrive in arid conditions, but also to build a rich culture that continues to inspire today. Even in their burial practices, the Egyptians showed a connection to the climate. They built elaborate tombs designed to withstand the heat, recognizing the importance of protecting the deceased, a belief that transcended mere survival. The understanding of the celestial bodies also guided their agricultural practices. By observing the stars, they could predict seasonal changes, ensuring that they planted and harvested at optimal times, showcasing their deep connection to the rhythms of nature. Trade routes along the Nile enabled them to exchange goods and knowledge, further enhancing their resilience. This network not only supported their economy, but also facilitated the sharing of cooling techniques and innovations with neighboring cultures. In addition, the ancient Egyptians had a remarkable ability to adapt agricultural techniques. They created basin irrigation, which maximized the use of water and allowed for the cultivation of crops even in the driest periods. The interplay between architecture and landscape was vital. They positioned buildings in deliberate orientations to benefit from shade and breezes, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of their natural surroundings. Even the location of their cities played a role in maintaining comfort. Settlements near the Nile were not only fertile but also provided access to water for cooling and recreation throughout the day. Through careful observation of their environment, the Egyptians learned to predict weather patterns and adapt their lifestyles accordingly. This knowledge was passed down through generations, showcasing their commitment to survival and community well-being. Their ceremonies often celebrated the Nile's annual flooding, which brought water and nutrients to their lands. This event was not only crucial for agriculture, but also reinforced the cultural significance of the river in their lives. Even the design of their tools reflected a need for efficiency in hot conditions. They created lightweight implements that minimized effort, allowing them to work effectively under the sun's intense rays. Moreover, ancient Egyptians embraced communal labor, which cultivated a sense of camaraderie among workers. This collective effort not only facilitated large projects, but also provided emotional support during arduous tasks in the heat. The experience of working side by side fostered connections, bridging social divides and reinforcing their shared goals. This unity was essential for overcoming the physical challenges posed by their environment. Their celebrations were often held at dusk, allowing the cooler evening air to envelop the festivities. Music, dancing, and feasting became joyful expressions of life, marking the end of another hot day. As the ancient Egyptians navigated their environment, they became adept at interpreting the signs of nature. Each season brought its own challenges, and their ability to adapt was a testament to their resourcefulness. Through their practices of adaptation, the ancient Egyptians not only survived, but thrived, turning the harsh realities of their environment into opportunities for growth, learning, and community building. In looking back at their lives, we find an enduring legacy of resilience etched in every stone and story. Each practice offers a lesson on how to harmonize with our environment, encouraging us to reflect on our own adaptability. As you continue to ponder the wisdom of the ancient Egyptians, allow their methods of adaptation to inspire your own journey. Embrace the lessons of resilience and community, for they hold the key to thriving in any environment. As the sun rises over the vast sands, you can almost feel the warmth radiating from the earth. The ancient Egyptians faced this heat daily, developing remarkable ways to stay cool. One of their ingenious solutions was the use of thick mud brick walls in their homes, which helped insulate them from the harsh sun. These walls absorbed the heat during the day and released it slowly at night, creating a more comfortable living environment. Breezes flowed through strategically placed windows known as mashrabiyas, which allowed airflow while providing privacy. The intricate latticework of these windows filtered sunlight, casting delicate patterns on the cool stone floors. This architectural element not only beautified their homes, but also played a vital role in maintaining a pleasant indoor climate. Water, a precious commodity in the arid landscape, was ingeniously managed. The ancient Egyptians constructed elaborate irrigation systems, allowing them to channel the Nile's waters to their fields. This not only ensured a steady supply of crops, but provided the coolness of water to combat the relentless heat surrounding them. The significance of water extended beyond agriculture. Public baths were common, where people gathered to socialize and cool down. These communal spaces not only served as a way to beat the heat, but also fostered a sense of community, strengthening bonds among individuals in a bustling society. Fashion played a key role in coping with the heat, too. The ancient Egyptians wore lightweight linen garments, which allowed their skin to breathe. This natural fabric was not only practical, but also symbolized a connection to their environment, as it was crafted from the very plants that grew along the Nile. Even their meals reflected an understanding of their environment. A diet rich in fresh fruits and vegetables not only provided nourishment, but also hydration. Figs, dates, and cucumbers were staples, chosen for their refreshing qualities, keeping the body cool and energized during the sweltering days. The ancient Egyptians also turned to nature for cooling remedies. They utilized natural oils such as castor oil to soothe their skin from the sun's harsh rays. This practice was a blend of health and beauty, demonstrating a deep respect for their bodies and the natural resources around them. Evenings in ancient Egypt brought a reprieve from the heat. Families would gather outdoors beneath the stars, sharing stories and meals while enjoying the cooler air. This communal time was both a way to bond and a necessary respite from the day's intense heat, showcasing the importance of togetherness in coping with their environment. The festivals of ancient Egypt were lively celebrations that often took place during the cooler months. These events brought communities together, celebrating the harvest and honoring the deities. The shared joy and unity among individuals was a powerful antidote to the heat, reinforcing the idea that community spirit could overcome environmental challenges. As we explore these ancient practices, consider how they sought balance with their challenging environment. The Egyptians' innovations are a testament to human resilience and creativity. Their understanding of the natural world teaches us valuable lessons, reminding us of the importance of adaptation in our own lives. Reflecting on the wisdom of the ancient Egyptians, we are reminded that harmony with our environment is essential for survival. Their methods of coping with the heat resonate today, encouraging us to seek ways to adapt and thrive. Let their legacy inspire us to embrace resilience in the face of life's challenges.